Today's starting pitcher, Joe Ryan.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Ready to go. Now it's the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Up and in, and we are underway.
Wow, Boone. First pitch of the night, and looks like the strike zone's a little small.
Next offering is in for a strike.
One ball, two strikes.
Good job to fight that one off.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
In the air, out towards left center. Brings it in, and there's one away. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with the runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Juan Soto in the box here lets that one go for a ball. One out, base is empty. On the ground to the left, and it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he's in there. It's a first inning double.
Third,
just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
One out, runner at second. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. That one catches the zone. That's strike one. For Joe Ryan, the journey's so interesting when you think of a guy who started his college career at Cal State Northridge and then ultimately transferred to a Division II school, Cal State Stanislaus. Strike on the inside corner. And that one upstairs, ball one. Pitch misses. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out of a slider, and there's two gone.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Good power, not great in the OBP department. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Soto on at second with two down. Swing and a miss as he was late.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Two strikes.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Buxton tracks it down for the out. Mets strand one, and now the Twins will go to work on offense. We've got no score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Clay Holmes.
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the Twins DH, Edouard Julien.
Julian.
Hit on the ground to short. Lindor. One gone, bottom half of the first. Now the lineup for the Twins as constructed by Rocco Baldelli. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like it could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Soto snags it for the second out.
Batting third, the second baseman, Willie.
This is Willie Castro. And there's a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Foul ball. Next pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. And there's a ball. That one misses. Full count now.
Count's full.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that's ball 4.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Matt Wallner. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Slides, but it gets by him. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Carlos.
Here's Carlos Correa. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-0.
That one's in there. Strike 1.
1-1.
Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Castro over at second. Wallner at first. 2 out of the inning. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back in Minnesota, new inning getting started. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Ryan back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. Feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think he's ever way off with his balls and strikes, but yeah, I don't think it's easy to define what his zone is, like you said.
1-2.
Gets a piece, and stays alive. And he deals. Got him looking. Fastball to letters, frozen for strike three.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. It's a hitter. It's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Here's Jesse Winker. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
Winker measures 6 feet 2 inches, batting 6th in today's lineup. A former first-round pick back in 2012. Just missed.
Ball. 1-1.
Off the plate, ball 2. Second inning here, no score. Up the middle. Correa over to first. 2 up, 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. Luis Torrens up now for the Mets.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And that's downstairs. Ball 1. Now one missed. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. On its way to the corner, and that will drop foul. That just misses, and now it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Line drive, and foul ball. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Out to short. On to first. And the Mets go 1-2-3. Mets go down quickly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the left fielder, Trevor Larnach.
Trevor Larnach.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one back. And forget it. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. good hitter gets pitch recognition early, he saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So up next for Minnesota, Ty France.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately, hitting better than .350 this month.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Inside, almost got him. Here's a 1-1.
Nope, that's in.
And that's in the dirt.
3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
This to third, and that chance handled. Sends it across to first. One away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. Brooks Lee, the next twin up to hit.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
First pitch just misses.
1-0. Ball.
One out, bases empty, and a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Lifted in the air, out to left. Nimmo ranging after it. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Christian.
2 down, bases empty. Christian Vasquez, the next twin up to hit. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
And there's a foul ball. Oh, 2 now. That's inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Two outs. Base knock, center field.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat
Now
after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Julian stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Vasquez leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Ball.
This one in the dirt. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. And that is out of play. Got Got him looking. That's a strikeout. But the Twins strike first on this solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. Major League Baseball is on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Tyrone Taylor.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
And that misses. And now 2-0.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Inside, 3-1.
3-1.
That one the other way. Calls it in for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And next for the Mets, Luis Angel Acuna. Right through there for a strike. Tap foul at the plate. One down, base is empty. And a good eye there.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That is his third of the game.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Here's Francisco Lindor. He's 0 for 1. That misses.
Nope.
Ball 1. High fly ball down the left field line. And a foul ball.
That's a ball. 2-1.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Juan Soto waiting on deck if they extend the inning.
Plenty of pop in his bat, so he could give them the lead with one swing if he gets the chance.
In the air, left field, down the line. That one gets down for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
The batter, the right fielder.
Juan Soto now doubled his first time. Check on the runner. Lindor back in there. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
The 0-1. That one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Swings and misses, struck him out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Twins 1 and the Mets nothing. Bottom of the inning,
Leading off
and here
for the
is
Twins,
Byron Buxton.
the center fielder.
We talk about guys with good speed, and
Buxton.
definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away. Just kept it simple, played pepper
Now
with the middle of the infield, and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now, Willie Castro. He reached out a walk his first time. Swings through that one out in front that time.
It's 0-1.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Runner at first with no outs here. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's
Now
not always
batting,
easy
the
seeing the
right
ball
fielder,
off the bat.
Matt
Something to improve.
Walner.
First and second, no outs. And now the right fielder, Matt Wallner. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Lifted in the air down the left side. And there's one down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Carlos Correa.
And here comes Carlos Correa.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Ground ball could be 2. Lindor, that's 1. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On to inning number 4. It's the Twins 1 and the Mets nothing. Back at Target Field, start of the 4th. Here's a big power threat. Pete Alonso. Slider clips the zone.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Ball high.
That clips the zone. 1 and 2.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Foul ball still, a 1 and 2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And it's even up.
That's outside. Ball.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
The left fielder, number 9.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Brandon Nimmo. Fly to center his first time. Swinging a foul straight back.
Come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
That's outside.
No, ball.
And the count 1-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Bottom 4, and
Leading
now
up
for the Twins,
Twins,
Trevor Larnach.
the left fielder, Trevor Larnach.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. He makes the grab, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ty France.
Ty France, the next Twin up to hit. 0 for 1 so far. And that drops in for a strike. Now the 0-1. Outside with a breaking ball. Swing and a ground ball. Toss to Alonso. Already 2 gone here in the home
batting,
fourth.
the third
Good
baseman,
late bite on that
Brooks
slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what it was supposed to do.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for Minnesota, Brooks Lee. Fly to left his first time. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Two down, nobody on.
Hike 1. 1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And the slider just misses. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one 95 to finish him off. Offense held in check there. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Twins 1 and the Mets nothing. And we're back.
Leading
Top 5,
Nets,
John Shammy with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Jesse Winker. Ryan back to work. Ball 1, no strikes.
Well, these Mets doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
Makes the catch for the out.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
The batter now, Luis Torrens. Grounded out to short in his first trip.
Come on, Minnesota. Nope, ball.
Torrens,
1 ball,
28
no
years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. And that's too high. The Mets down by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. Now 3-0.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that's ball
That's
four.
ball four. Take your
Tried
base.
another slider, but it missed the plate.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting.
Man at first with one gone.
Tyrone
And now here is Tyrone Taylor. He's 0 for 1. Now a screamer into the outfield. Squeezes in, and there's 2 away. Digging in, Luis Angel Acuna. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Acuna.
Right through there for a strike. Torrens off of first with 2 away. Just
Ball.
missed.
Outside.
High fly ball out towards left field. That's back there. That one is gone. He sends it out of here. His first homer of the year. It's 2-1.
I'm sure he wanted that pitch down below the zone. It stayed up a little bit. He paid a dear price for it. Just a great swing to the ball, through the ball, and a nice round tripper.
So the lineup flips over. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. And that's in for a strike. That one pushed to the left and foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball. It's slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next one misses, and the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just missed.
2-2.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. On the ground right side, Castro slings to first. Lindor retired. Third out, and that ends the frame. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. We head to the bottom of the
Leading
fifth,
for
and
the
now it's
Twins,
Christian
the
Vasquez.
catcher, Christian Vasquez.
And that one fouled off. Next offering is down low. Ground ball right side. Throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Edward.
Next to hit, Edouard Julien. 0 for 2 in this one.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
On the ground to short, Lindor. And a couple of quick outs.
The center fielder, number 25, Byron.
Here's Byron Buxton. 1 for 2. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And that
No,
one
that's
a
down.
little
Ball.
below the knees, and it's 1-0.
Hee-haw! 1-1.
That's down and in.
He's so solid, calms the
Two
heart
balls,
rate
one
of the
strike.
pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
2-1 now. And that one
Ball,
missing
that's down.
low.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine.
In
That's
plenty of time to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Twins retired in short order. And our score remains 2-1. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Bailey Ober.
Pretty tight
Now
game, so they're
pitching
looking
for
for
the
quality
Twins,
pitches out of him right here.
number
Got to do his best to
17.
keep the score right where it
Bailey
is.
Ober.
Well, 1-run game,
Leading off with the
and
bat,
now
the right
Juan
fielder,
Soto.
Juan Soto.
Inside, just missed. Activity in the
One out.
bullpen. Justin Topa preparing to come on if needed. That catches the outside corner. That's strike 1. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1-2 the count.
Pitch misses,
2-2.
and the count's even at 2. Good eye in that spot.
He should get a pretty good
Full
pitch to
count.
hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Got it.
Rick.
And now 1 away.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well, and you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Close
No, that
one,
missed.
doesn't
That's a
get
ball.
the call. And that's ball 1.
1-0.
He was
Yeah.
late there, strike 1.
1-1.
They say you win.
1-2.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Vasquez under it and puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
2 down, base is empty. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. And the first
That's the
pitch
ball.
misses for ball 1. Just
Ball.
off the inside edge. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 outs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Goes goes down looking. So they go quietly there. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Mets 2 and the Twins 1. Back in Minnesota, here's the second baseman, Willie Castro.
Leading up for the Twins, the second baseman, Willie Castro.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the third inning.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Clay Holmes will depart, and he leaves with the lead after giving them some decent innings. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a moment.
Now pitching for
the Mets with a new arm on the mound, David Peterson.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Now the Minnesota cleanup hitter, Matt Wallner. He is singled and he is flied to left. Line drive, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for
The
this team. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Now Correa up to hit. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That misses the zone, and a count 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
And that's off the inside edge. And now 3-1. Trevor Larnach in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Around third. Now a long throw home. He comes across to score, and the Twins tie it up. It's 2-2.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
First and second, no outs. Here's Trevor Larnach. He's already homered in this game. Strike 1.
Well, they're willing to give up an out here. This is a big spot, so you have to make it count.
Go ahead run at second here in the bottom of the 6th. Strike 2.
Just couldn't get that one down, and it's really just about catching the ball with the bat.
And the 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Hit in the air, left field. Nimmo brings it in. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ty France.
So up next for Minnesota, Ty France. He's grounded out a couple of times.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
The other way, Alonso. 1 at second. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play. Nicely done, and that'll do it. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Back after this on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Griffin Jacks.
Now pitching for the Twins, number 22, Griffin Jacks.
And now it's Mark Vientos.
The third baseman,
There's 0 for 2 and a pair of strikeouts.
Vientos.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
And takes low for ball 1.
1-1.
And that's outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one just misses.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. 1 down.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Right through there for a strike.
No need to off with that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw won't get there in time. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base, regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Go ahead run on base. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Luis Torrens. And that's fouled off. Swing and a fly ball well struck left field. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone Taylor digs in now. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And a foul ball.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Outside, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
1-2.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. The runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning stretch time. We are tied 2-2.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th.
55.
Ryan Stanek. He's been so good against lefties.
Stanek.
And here is
Leading up
Brooks
for
Lee.
the Twins, the third baseman, Brooks Lee.
Climb the ladder with that fastball. 0-1.
Well, these Twins really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone. And that's a great way for a lineup to dominate a game, because if a pitcher can't rely on his fastball to get outs, I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of his pitches to be effective.
The next offering misses, and it's 1-2. On the ground. On the run, throw to first, and they get the out.
Good sinker low in the zone right there, and
Now
produced
batting,
exactly what he was looking for.
Christian.
Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Vasquez.
So here's Christian Vasquez. And ball
That missed.
one.
That's the ball.
Movement in the bullpen. Danny Young, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Minter also throwing. All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Acuna to first,
He's up.
and Vasquez is gone.
Up next for the Twins, the designated hitter, Edward.
And now the Minnesota
Julien.
designated hitter, Edouard Julien. That one at the knees for a strike.
Cold night tonight,
No ball,
Boog, and
one
that's a
strike.
pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it.
Now pitching
Welcome
for
back,
the
and a
Twins,
new arm on the mound to start the
Number
8th. Danny
54.
Coulombe. This southpaw's
Danny.
been really good against left-handed hitters.
Coulombe.
Now it's the second
Leading off
baseman,
the net,
Luis
the second
Angel
baseman,
Acuna.
Luis
He's
Angel
already homered here in this
Acuna.
one. And a pitch.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Yohan Duran, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Topa also getting ready. Swing and a chopper out to short. Zips it to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
Well, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of
Now
a
back,
pitcher's
the
hand.
shortstop,
The way it comes out of
Francisco
his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. 1 for 3. Out in front and foul to the left side. Almost got
1-1.
him. Sliced hard but foul. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And there's a ball. Juan Soto in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. One down, base is empty. That's ball four. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Very close off the outside corner.
Now
Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
And now it's Juan Soto.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Ground ball to the right side. Nice stop. From his knees, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
But he looks so comfortable making that play. Dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
So the go-ahead run and scoring. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning.
The left fielder, number 9.
First and second, 2 outs. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 0 for 3 in this one.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
And fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that's the 3rd out. 2 left for the Mets. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Here's Francisco Lindor. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And this one is off and running. That one outside. And the count is 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Next offering is fouled back. The 2-1. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Struck him out looking. Here's Juan Soto. And that's a little bit high. And that is ball 1. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting 3rd, the first baseman, Pete.
Here's Pete Alonso. Fastball for a strike. Soto over at first with 1 away. Where'd that last pitch miss? On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Kicks and fires. Caught him looking for the K. That misses.
No, that's it.
And that's ball one. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
To the right side, and that one handled. Fires to first on the run, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Mets leave 1. The Twins coming up, no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back, and getting to start, Clay Holmes. What do you got on him, Chris?
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because, you know, guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count. And to opposite guys, be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Edouard Julien, the leadoff batter as he swings through it for strike 1. Hit on the ground to short. Lindor fires over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting second, the center fielder.
And now we take a peek at the Twins lineup. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Byron Buxton, the next to hit, takes outside.
1 ball, no strikes.
There's a swing and a drive. And it hooks foul. When you examine Buxton's career trajectory, the thing that really jumps out, the speed and the defense early on.
That's the ball.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swung on, belted. Taylor moving back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Batting third, the second baseman, Willie Castro.
2 outs, base is empty. This is Willie Castro. And the first offering is not close. And another ball. 2 outs, base is empty.
Ball.
And he walked him on 4 pitches.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is
Batting
going to have a
fourth,
very
the right
aggressive
fielder.
secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Matt
That's a ball
Wallner
low.
stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Throw to first. Castro back in on a dive. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1.
This guy's
1-1.
got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Castro coming home. The relay to the plate. Not in time. He scores. And it's 1-0.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Well, now here's Carlos Correa with a chance to hit. And that one in the air center field. Taylor makes the grab. And the inning is over. And the Twins played 1 on the double. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And welcome back to the
Leading off to the
ballpark.
net,
Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Vientos.
Ryan back to work. Fastball for a strike. Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter-friendly than most. He's kind of tight on the corners, so we'll see if that comes into play at all in this one.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the...
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. On the warning track, and hauls it in. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's a ball.
That's great.
Jesse Winker stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 out, base is empty. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Really nice job working both sides of the plate for that strikeout. Started him off inside, then away, back inside again, and that one set him up for that last pitch on the outside part of the plate that he just swung right through. Pretty smooth sequence right there.
So up next, Luis Torrens. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Started after the 0-1 pitch, and now a check down to first. No swing. Eric Summerskill with the call. 2 down, nobody on. Not close with that one, and that's ball 2. Fought off foul. 2-2. Stays alive. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing here this half. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Twins 1 and the Mets nothing. Back in Minnesota, bottom of the second. And now for the Twins, Trevor Larnach. Hit in the air, center field. Nabs it, and a quick out, number 1.
Batting 7, the first baseman, Tom.
And next for Minnesota, Ty France. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 1.
It's 0-1.
One down, base is empty.
Ball. 1-1.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Clearly he was sitting on a
1-2,
fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, and there are 2 down.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is because of...
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Twins 1 and the Mets nothing. Back at target field, onto the third inning, and stepping in is the speedy Tyrone Taylor. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does. The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Two.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That's outside. 3-2 now.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything. Really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Now here is Luis Angel Acuna, and that is out of play. The sweeper is in for a strike.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Nobody out, runner at first. Next offering
ball,
way
2
off
strikes.
the plate.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And downstairs.
Down, ball.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Now move to first. Taylor back on a dive. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody
Now
out.
batting.
A couple of singles back to back.
Francisco.
Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
First and second, no outs. Francisco Lindor will hit next. That one ripped but foul. And the 0-1. Taylor at second. Acuna on at first with nobody out. Chases that one out of the zone. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And stepping in for New York, Juan Soto. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that
No,
misses.
that's the ball.
1-0. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Two on, 1 out. Late with the swing there.
He normally does damage on that pitch
2 balls,
in that
1 strike.
location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Coming home. He scores to tie it up. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. He will score, and they take the lead.
Now
It's
batting, the first
2-1.
baseman.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. One out, runner at second. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. And it's off the batter's eye. A 2-run homer. Home run number 5 on the season. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-1. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
1 down. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. And first offering is fouled off. Nimmo in his 9th season, 31 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming. Still only 1 out here in the inning. That misses.
No, that's out.
1-1.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
That one is absolutely belted. And that's going to bang against the wall. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Just
Now
missed out on a
the third
home
baseman,
run right there, but he certainly hit it hard
Este.
enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Man at second with 1 away. Mark Vientos getting ready to hit. And foul ball. Now, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. The 0-1. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Man at second. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. And a foul ball.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Got him swinging. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Here's Jesse Winker. Struck out swinging his first time.
Jesse.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Man on second, 2 down. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. They get 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and leave 1. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Mets 4 and the Twins 1. And we're back. Here's Christian Vasquez.
The catcher, Christian Vasquez.
Inside, just missed.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Next offering is fouled back. That's too low. 2-1.
2-1.
Foul ball there. Fastball almost got him there. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Back to the top of the lineup, Edouard Julien, the next Twin up to hit. And that one is in for a strike at 95. And it's 0-1. There's the strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. Went back to the sinker, and it was successful.
Oh, that was a
The
pretty
center
poor
fielder,
bat.
number
He just never
25,
got the bat off
Byron.
the shoulder. I mean, you got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2. And at that point, make an adjustment, look to put the ball in play if it's anywhere close. And I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
Here's Byron Buxton. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Inside. Ball 1. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
1 and 2 is the count.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter,
Now
lowing
back,
away with some
second
good
baseman,
action at the
Willie.
end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Now batting,
Well, that started
the right
and ended
fielder,
pretty quickly.
Matt.
No messing around right there. Wasn't able to
Walter.
elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Next to hit, Matt Wallner.
Ball.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 and 0.
Two aboard, 2 outs. Now a check swing, but he held up. That one ripped. And out of here. That's worth the price of admission. His second of the year, it's 4-4. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Chris, this one got out of here quickly. Let's take another look with the help of StatCast.
Yeah, just a laser of a home run. 113 miles per hour off the bat. But, you know, it wasn't a towering shot by any stretch, and it didn't need to be. That thing was torched.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here's Carlos Correa. And that drops in for a strike.
Ball game is still tied.
0-1.
They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Two outs. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
0 and
He
2.
finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Way
1 and 2.
outside. Now 1 and 2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
The shortstop
2-2.
takes the ball. Tied up here in the early going. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. All even now at 4 apiece. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to
Leading
the
off for
ballpark.
Mets,
Here's the catcher,
number
Luis
13,
Torrens.
Luis Torrens.
That's a strike. 0-1.
Well, these Mets showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
Tied at 4. Right through there for a strike.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs. And hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
On the ground, right side. France steps on the bag. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
And now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Hit in the air, left field. Larnach makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman.
So digging in, Luis Angel Acuna. Singled and scored his first time. And that one upstairs. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And it's fouled away. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Buxton racing over to make the catch. Through 3.5, all tied, 4 apiece. Back in Minnesota, ready to go.
Twins,
Bottom 4.
Here's
Here's Trevor Larnach.
Larnach.
And misses inside.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Hit hard, but foul off to the left. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Ty France, the next to hit, went down on strikes his first time through. Outside low, ball 1.
1-0.
Larnach aboard here at first with nobody out. Right through there for a strike. That one missed. Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Out towards left center. Makes the grab, and there's one away.
Third baseman number 2, Brooks. Lee.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Brooks Lee. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Breaking ball
1-1.
inside, and that's ball one. Ground ball left side into the outfield, base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
First and second, one out. And now the Twins catcher, Christian Vasquez, worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Ball one there.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
2 on, 1 out. Backed off the plate that time.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
Just missed.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Reed Garrett getting ready to go. Peterson getting loose as well. In for a strike, and the count is 3-1.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. He's got it. Out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Edward Julien.
And here's the Twins leadoff guy, Edouard Julien. 0 for 2 in this one. That pitch clips the outside corner. Strike one. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one pulled foul. Two on, 2 outs. Well struck, deep right field, way back, and out of here. And they've rallied from 3 back. It's 7-4. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Clay Holmes departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
Taking over on the mound for the Mets, David
23.
Peterson.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
So 2 down. Byron Buxton digs in now. Fastball is outside. Two down, nobody on. Line drive, fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Willie Castro, the next Twin up to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs and one in scoring position. Next offering is in for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. Check swing of the 0-2, appeal to first, and he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We played 4. It's the Twins 7 and the Mets 4. Back at target field, and now it's Frankie Lindor. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And that misses.
That's the ball.
And that's ball 1.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your.
This one swung on and hit well, way back there, and that one is off the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You
Now
have to be right in those
fielder,
spots, or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Juan Soto will hit next.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
This one in the air. Castro. And makes the grab. And there's one down. And as well, lots of pop in that bat. So you combine the slug with really good defense.
Alonso.
And here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Ball.
Runner at second here,
strikes.
one gone. And there's a ball.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Ryan checks the runner. Lindor back in there. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. 1 for 2. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Lindor zipping around third. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark and he scores.
Well done. Drives in the run. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here comes the manager out of the Twins dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Joe Ryan out of the game, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
Coming
the
out of the
Twins,
bullpen for the Twins, Bailey
number
over.
17.
Still pretty early in the
Bailey.
ball game, so this bullpen has some work
Over.
ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And now Mark Vientos. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1.
Swings through that one.
0-2.
Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's now 7-5. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom five, Matt Wallner. Peterson back to work. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one.
Well, these Twins putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Next offering misses, and the count 1-2. And down on strikes he goes. One out.
The batter, number 4.
And here comes Carlos
Shortstop,
Correa.
Carlos.
Sing, you talk about a guy that has
Correa.
all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. That missed by a lot. And that is ball one.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Nope. Ball.
Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. That one fouled hard the other way. Here's a 2-2. What a stop. The throw. And he'll be safe at first.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. But all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So a man at first. Trevor Larnach, the next Twin up to hit. That's a strike. It's 0-1. Man at first, one away.
Hit. No balls. 2 strikes.
And the next
1
pitch
ball,
is
2
way
strikes.
outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. Ty France
Now
at
batting,
the plate.
the first baseman, Ty France.
That's
That's a
inside. 1-0.
1-0.
Right through there for a strike. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
Just missed.
3-1.
3-1 in for a strike, full count.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance.
Third baseman number 2, Brooks.
Now the third baseman, Brooks Lee. A switch hitter batting right. Splits the plate. That's strike 1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Now he launches a throw over his head. Correa on his horse and coming home. He'll score.
You know, 2-out errors are kind of like 2-out walks, and sometimes even worse. You know, you think you're out of the inning, but all of a sudden, you got another out to get, and the offense has a great opportunity they're looking to take advantage of and make you pay for.
Christian Vasquez, the hitter. He's 0 for 1. That's a strike. Corners are occupied with 2 down. That's to third, Vientos. The throw to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We're through 5. It's the Twins 8 and the Mets 5. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 6. And now the DH, Jesse Winker. And that one popped in the air, left field. Puts it away for the out. 1 down.
Detective number 13,
Luis Torrens up now for the Mets. Torrens goes 5 feet 11 inches, 215 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So up next, Tyrone Taylor. He is singled and he is flied to left. That clips the corner.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Fastball is outside. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Ball. 2-2.
And that one
No, that
just
missed. That's
missed
the
off
ball.
the outside edge.
Full count.
Sets him down on strikes. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. So up next for New York, Luis Angel Acuna.
Luis Angel Acuna.
Just missed.
1 ball, no strikes.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Francisco Lindor to the plate now. Fans love him, but he's pretty popular with the players, too.
He certainly is, Boog. A player survey on MLB.com listed him as one of the friendliest infielders to chat with during a game. I'm sure he appreciates the recognition from his peers.
Here comes the 0-1. In the air to left center. Larnach drifts towards it. Drops into the glove. And that'll do it. 2 left for the Mets. Still looking up at an 8-5 deficit. Back in Minnesota. Now
for
it's the
Twins,
DH,
the
Edouard
designated
Julien.
hitter, Edouard Julien.
There's a strike.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Hit hard on the ground to short. Lindor on to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The center fielder, number 25, Byron Buxton.
Down the number 2 hitter, Byron Buxton, 1 for 3. And there's a foul ball. And he lays down a bunt. One down, base is empty. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting,
Willie
second
Castro
baseman,
getting ready to hit.
Castro.
And first offering is fouled off. Out to short. Tosses to first. Out number 3. Down go the Twins in order. They're on top by 3. 8-5.
Now pitching for
They
the
go
Twins,
with one of their more experienced arms in
number
this spot,
54.
Danny Coulombe. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Coulombe.
Now it's the right
Leading off
fielder,
for the
Juan
Mets,
Soto.
The right fielder.
The
Juan
Mets in striking
Soto.
distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And here's the strike.
Well, these Mets doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. One thing that really stands out is their chase rate. League average is around 30%, but they're at less than 20% right now.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. 1 and 2. And that one almost hit him.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
It's been tough fooling these hitters, and those chase rate numbers back it up. They've been really smart at the plate, and that's one of the best ways to frustrate a pitcher because nothing seems to come easy.
Next offering is downstairs. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something
Now batting,
that's been part of his career since day one.
Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. He's already homered in this game.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Fly ball down the line. Wallner towards the line. Long run. Nice grab. And there's one down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Brandon Nimmo. Swings through that. Some movement in the Twins bullpen. Griffin Jacks warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Topa getting cranked up as well. That one fouled off. The Mets trailing by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Foul ball, still 0-2. Next offering misses down and away. On the ground, could be 2. Flips to second, that's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Here comes the manager out of the Twins dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Danny Coulombe is done, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching from
Here's
the
a
Twins,
new pitcher from the pen, Griffin
number
Jacks.
22, Griffin Jacks.
Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. First pitch, and he just misses. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Fastball is outside. This one popped up. Correa is there. And that'll do it.
Now pitching for
We're
New
back
York,
in a new pitcher here to start the
number
bottom of the
81,
7th. Danny Young. He's pitching on 2 days
Young.
rest. And the batter now,
Leading
Matt
off for the
Wallner.
Twins,
He's already
the right
homered
fielder,
here in this one.
Matt Wallner.
Went with the sweeper for the strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
And that one hammered. That's back there. Gone way up into the upper deck. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 9-5. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Carlos Correa, the next to hit. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the bottom of the 7th. Now 1-1.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
And a 1-1. Fouled off left side. Ground ball, base knock.
Now batting, the left fielder, Trevor.
So a man aboard.
Larnach.
Now the left fielder, Trevor Larnach. And he pumps it a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting,
Ty
the
France,
first baseman,
the next twin up to hit.
France.
On the ground left side, 6. Flips it, 1 at second, over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. Minnesota solo shot extends the lead. It's now 9-5. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back at Target Field, ready to begin the 8th. And now the DH, Jesse Winker. That one blasted deep to right. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. No outs. Runner on second.
Two and two.
In the dirt, blocked. Got him looking. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
The center fielder,
Tyrone Taylor digs in now.
Taylor.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 2 away. Luis Angel Acuna now at the plate.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. Runner at third, 2 away.
That's a ball.
And that one is in for a strike. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Mets strand one. They trail it by 4. It's 9-5. And we're back.
Leading
and now it's switch hitting third baseman Brooks Lee.
Lee.
Young back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
That's a ball.
And a foul ball. Now fly ball to right center. Soto pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Up next for the Twins.
So here's Christian Vasquez.
Vasquez.
Well struck left field. Nimmo going back on it. That's long gone. And they add to the lead. It's 10-5. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Danny Young gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Reed Garrett.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
One out, base is empty. Edouard Julien will hit next. First pitch misses.
1-0.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is in for a strike. One down, base is empty. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. That one ripped. And in one hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
One out, runner at second. So up next for Minnesota, Byron Buxton. 1 for 4 with a double. That's a little high.
That's up.
Ball 1. Man at second. Swinging a foul straight back. Just missed. Pitch misses there. 3-1. One out and a runner at second. And there's the strike.
Count is full.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. Willie Castro, the next twin up to hit.
Willie Castro.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
That one misses. Going to count 1-2.
1-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Last chance coming up here for the Mets.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
Twins.
It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new
Number
pitcher on the
48.
mound, Justin Topa.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Back to the top of the
Leading off
order,
for the Mets,
Francisco
the shortstop,
Lindor comes up to the plate. This guy is
Lindor.
one of the best athletes in the sport. And first offering is fouled off. Topa measures 6 feet 4 inches. He features a sinker, a slider, a cutter, and he works in a changeup.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
One and two here, and they'll do it again. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7.
And that one ripped to left, and that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, throws off target as he slides in with a double.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat,
Up next
battling
for the
with
Mets,
2
the
strikes.
right fielder,
That was a thing of beauty. He
Juan
may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Soto in
That's the
now,
ball.
takes ball 1 off the plate. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the ninth. Next offering is in for a strike. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Chris Paddock, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Alcala warming up as well. That's a little bit low.
That's a ball.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Man at second. That one hammered center field. Buxton ranges back. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. So last chance for the Mets. And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. That catches the corner. 2 outs with a runner at third. And ball 1.
That's a really good take right there.
1-1.
Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
The Mets down to their final strike. And that one inside and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him and he hit him. So it's their last chance in this one. And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. That's in for a strike. Tap foul at the plate. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
These hitters had the long ball working for them today. 4 home runs had a lot to do with them coming out on top.
And your final 10-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.